Go! Quick! God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Gather round, good men, so you can avoid danger. Hear what I say about the greatest evil of all, the one called woman. They look like angels on the outside, soft, gentle, and well-formed, enough to turn even an honest man's head. But under this pretty skin, there's a devil who only cares for drinking and finance and things up
God bless you.
You all right?
Yeah. I am. All things considered. Thanks for rescuing me. You have no idea how grateful I am. God knows what they would have done to me in the end. All that aside, who are you, anyway?
Henry.
I'm Hensel, and I owe you big time, Henry. Though, in all honesty, I'm not sure why I was worth all that trouble. But grateful nonetheless.
Peter told me what happened.
Peter? Well, thank the same.
In a manner of speaking.
What about Stislav?
I have no idea.
Well,
Listen, it wasn't exactly by chance. I was looking for you in the village because of the Thunderstone you stole from Tomlin in Horsham, who, by the way, is royally fucking upset with you.
well, I suppose I would be too if I were him. But I have to say, the whole Thunderstone idea was the stupid brought us no luck.
Let's forget that for a moment. What I really need...
You'll be surprised to hear. Ramed snatched it from me when I was... He didn't believe it had any powers, but he has a nose for money. From what I heard, he sold it in Sukdo to some farmer's wife, I think he said, Mlada or something.
Sakra. Well, there's nothing for it.
Hold your horses. That wasn't the only thing I heard. There's this pond below Raborsh, right? And on the bank, across from the village, there's a small crag. Somewhere around there, they hid some of their spoils.
Clever. Take what you can, and stash the rest for later.
I'd have helped myself to it, but think of it as my way of thanking. I just hope they weren't making it up. And,
I'll take a look around and see.
well, it's the least I can do. And good luck with that bloody... Though my advice would be to steer well clear of it.
pray and beg him, free you from base desire. Beg him for forgiveness for being brought into this world by a woman.
That's bloody deep.
Go!
Whoa! Whoa! That's deep, eh?
Quick!
Whoa!
Show me.
God bless you. Good man. I have some wares for sale.
I'm interested in this.
Kind master, eh?
Are you going far?
Well, define far. You know how it is. If you as much as stick your nose out the door these days,
I see you're in no danger, though. Fully armed with bonhomie.
yes, well, apothecaries haven't any enemies. Who would bite the hand that's relieving their...
You say you're skilled in the art of healing?
Well, I'm no physician, but I do know Wenzel Torvald, Master Apothecary, at your service.
Where are you coming?
I was paying my respects to my brother Oswald in Kuttenberg.
Do you have anything?
If it's herbs you're after, or alchemy you're interested
Word about the price.
Hey, willkommen. Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Go sniff somewhere else. Pull off that dog, or I'll report you for being a public nuisance.
Get out! Somebody ought to grab it by the scruff of the neck.
Leave it. Shoo! Could use a bit more.
I'd like to do something.
Well... Aye, you're... Excellent. You made a fine purchase, good sir.
What do you have for? I'd like to discuss the.
Well... Aye, that'll... I'm glad you... found what you were looking for, sir.
You have a signed master, eh, Dobby?
Onions here, garlic, sharp like no other. Robbing from a church.
But this one faces severe punishment as well. Being still young and having not stolen firsthand, he will only be whipped and banished.
Not again.
Good day.
Greetings. Soon at this rate. And then they'll start taking women as well. Hey! Throwing a list right away. I bet they can't wait for us to join up. Have you ever even held a sword?
God bless.
Greetings, but I'm pretty handy with a flail. I reckon bashing some dolt isn't so different from thrashing.
Good afternoon.
So what about today?
Hey, lad. Ask me again tomorrow. Or do you think I'm as...
How are things?
I can't complain. But I'll tell you something. The worst thing... But answer me this. How is it possible that there are people in this world who still don't understand that? That really beggars belief.
How are things?
Hey, lad. Or do you... Farewell.
What can I help you?
Greetings. You've no business here.
Careful.
Greetings.
Can I spend the night? Just the one. All I need.
But all I have...
That's enough for me. All right, here's some grosh.
Thanks.
Where can I...
There's a room you can use back behind the tavern, next to the chicken coop.
What's going on?
Nothing much. Ever since our lord... Although... Or was it a fallow deer? Someone poached it. And Huntsman Dobrush has nothing but trouble. So, if you want a job, well, let me tell you.
I understand. He's not too keen on talking.
Exactly. He takes it right personal. And that's about it.
That sounds...
I'll be with you, sir.
You looking at the moon? Greetings to you.
I'll have a bite to eat, thanks.
Welcome, sir. What can I do?
I heard you bought a Thunderstone from...
Well, it is.
Andrew Ramhead took it from Hensel from Raborsh, who in turn stole it from Tom...
And even if it's true, I knew nothing about it. I bought the stone fair. My husband's gravely ill and nothing's helping.
And what ails your...
Peter went to lie down one afternoon and he's not eating and he's barely talking to any. What's worse, soon after he took ill, a Minerva owl perched on the roof one...
A Minerva owl? I assume that...
No, not at all. That's why I need the stone. If it weren't for the stone...
I'm afraid the stone is unlikely to do him any good.
What?
You see, because it was stolen, there was a switch in its power. It no longer protects from misfortune. Quite the opposite, in fact. It's cursed. Toying with these things is playing with fire.
I don't believe it. You made that curse up. I'm quite sure the stone will help Peter.
Listen, we need to get that stone out of here. If you want, I'll take a look at your husband and see what I can do about his malady. And then I'm going to take that stone away from here. The longer it stays here, the more trouble it'll cause. I'll return it to its rightful owner, and that will lift the curse. Do you agree?
All right. Fine. And please hurry. With that owl and everything, you'll find Peter in his room.
All right. I'll take a look at it. It's usually a good idea to speak to others who are close to the sufferer. That may be able, especially if the patient himself isn't.
Aha. I see you really have done this before. I'm starting to believe that stone really did so. Ask around on the farm if you need to.
Perfect. I'll get on with it. And I'd better check the whole route.
Do whatever it takes to help.
Can you think of something that might help me heal it?
I can't. I've tried. Peter is just an ordinary cooper. We've lived here for years. My husband doesn't travel outside the village often. This last time he had some business, but he came back empty-handed. Breathless and confused. He was fumbling around here for a few days, not doing his job, just spending time in his workshop. Lord knows what he was doing in there. Then he went to bed, and since then, he doesn't sleep a wink at night. At least, I don't. If I stop sleeping too...
I'll ask him why he can't sleep. What's...
Try that. He won't speak to me about it. It's as if he was keeping secrets from me. Farewell. It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Excuse me.
Jesus Christ, I apologise.
Peter?
Another poor bloke that's to deal with me, as if Mlada didn't have enough on her plate.
I'll try to figure out what's wrong with you. What are your nights like?
I just stare at the wall, try to sleep during the day.
Well, it's certainly no fever or pain that's... I assume it's dark thoughts that keep you up at night.
I can't fall asleep. Because of all the noblemen who keep coming to Lord Pisek's fortress, I'm always hearing hoofbeats.
So Lord Pisek likes to host nobles at his fortress?
And what do you think they're doing here, eh?
If Lord Pisek was about to go to war, he'd be gathering a lot more men here than a couple of nobles.
Folk ought to be scared to leave the village. Mezoles is gone. And when I saw Suchtol is next, I'm sure of it.
I'll examine you. Just by eye. Pale skin. Dark circles under the eyes. A few calluses and cuts on them. Nothing unusual for a craftsman after a hard day in the works.
I told you.
Irritability. Bodily humours aren't leaking. And you aren't bleeding.
But I will, when Sigismund's horde gets...
Why would Sigismund attack Suchtol?
He does as he pleases. You have no idea how many villages he's plundered already.
I reckon attacking a village protected by a fortress is the last thing Sigismund would want to do now.
The fortress is what's bothering him. That's why he'll destroy it.
I don't know about that. Don't be alarmed. I need... No swelling. No cancer on the skin. Does this hurt?
Nothing hurts.
Your palms are cold. Your muscles are tense. And your heart's pounding so hard you could hear it all the way to Prague. You seem like you're ready to fight. Or flee.
They're getting close.
Who is?
The soldiers.
Well, physically, you seem fine, Peter.
I'm a weakling.
What am I going to do with you, Peter? There's nothing wrong with you physically, so it must be an ailment of the soul. The chamomile decoctions will help calm your mind, but you'll have to change your diet as well, so you don't just drink potions. And last but not least, some words of encouragement wouldn't be amiss. You'll be back on your feet in no time. I'll get things ready and be back soon. Peter, I have some suggestions.
I'm listening.
You should drink the chamomile.
Great. And
this one will help you. Once your body gets used to sleeping at night and staying awake during the day, you'll feel proper sleep will chase away the gloom. And if restlessness tries to take hold of you again, your body will have the strength to fight. Every morning you'll be stronger and stronger until you're...
We'll see about that.
Listen, Peter. I know you... That's why I'd like to tell you something. If you're scared of Sigismund's soldiers, trust me when I tell you. It doesn't make you a coward. On the contrary. You're smart enough to realize there's nothing you can do. You can always come back later when you have the advantage.
I just want Mlada to be safe.
Then keep reminding yourself of that. Look at me. A blacksmith's son. Why do you think? Because I realized I'd be of no help to my friends and family if I die for some foolish sense of honor.
You're right. I can't leave Mlada in this alone.
Don't be afraid to see the bigger picture. Even... You need to start eating again, even if you don't have an appetite. First, ask Mlada to get you some honey and add it to your gruel.
You think some honey is gonna...
It'll give you stamina without irritating your stomach, first of all. But you have to admit Mother Nature has it well thought out. Where bloodwort helps with bleeding and feverfew with fevers, honey coats your humours, so that they can't get out. Any melancholia wanting to take hold of you would have to make its way through thick honey. So it could hardly get from your stomach to you. Soon you'll be as busy as and getting on swimmingly. Which brings me to my next piece. Start eating fish more regularly. Fat in the belly. Well then, I've tried my best. And I hope I'll come back in a few days and see.